My name is Rafiq and I am 29 years old. I am an English teacher and I am from a village called Meg'del Fadel. It was a great experience for me to meet a group of beautiful women from your neighbor as yours. This was for me a great chance to meet people who is really works for peace and they want to find solutions for this conflict that we have been living in since 1948 and maybe before. When we talk about this conflict, we talk about four main issues. We talk about Jerusalem, we talk about water, we talk about the refugees, we talk about the boundaries. This is, we call it the four main core issues to find a solution for this conflict. Many negotiations took place before, and all of them, unfortunately, we could not see something tangible and a real solution for this problem because there was no real intentions from the leaders. Because if there is a will, there is a way. If you want to do something and you really want to do it, you will do it. We have a lot of stereotypes about the Israeli community and Israeli people, and I am sure it is the vice versa. I met some Israeli who doesn't know anything about Palestinians. They only see the media and they give judges from the media that people are just want to kill and they want to die. It's not like that. There are people who really work for peace in Palestine day and night, who is against all kind of violence, who is really want to live in peace, but peace should come after justice. This is what they believe in. If you go to the public opinion in my village and in my city as a whole, the main problem now is Israeli government should stop building settlements in the Palestinian lands, because this has started to be the main problem for Palestinians to move. And the main problem for Palestinians to accept that there is Israeli partnership and who are ready to take an action for peace. We are surrounded by settlements, unfortunately, and we have Magdalene and we have Ma'ale Ephraim from the south, and these settlements were built on Palestinian land. 65% of the Palestinians are with the two-state solution, but there cannot be two states and a state inside a state too. If there's a state, two states, there should be boundaries between the two states, that I should know where Palestine ends, where Israel starts. For us, we see that there is always a solution for it. It is either to go with one-state solutions or two-state solutions. But unfortunately, they always go with the third choice. It is the status quo, like just keep things as it is, which is it's not on our side, because Israel would like to have this time to expand their project, building settlements, and make it not easy to solve, Occupation is occupation. You cannot hide it because it is there. Like ending the occupation will be the first day of peace, because we have no other place to go. We are staying here. We will solve our problems and we will continue. I heard many Israeli diplomats and politicians saying in our school that we teach children hate and how to kill Israeli, but I will give you all the books that I have and I dare you to find something against Israel. Maybe Israeli have videos about some schools. Also Palestinians, they have videos about the schools in Israel. For me, I would say that the problem and the solution is in our leaders' hand, because after the second Intifada in 2000, I think both sides has lost a lot of people, a lot of innocent people, and for Palestinians, as always, they were the biggest loser in this equation, I would say. The President Mahmoud Abbas was clear about it. He announced that Palestinians should stop all kinds of violence against Israel. His choice was to go with the negotiations, which was everybody wanted to give the peace talks a chance. But now Palestinians, after 20 years of peace talks now, they started to ask questions. Now what? Where are we going now? You have to be courage enough to talk about your problem, because a few people have the courage to talk about the problems. Even when I talk to my people about, have you met an Israeli? No. Have you talked to them? No. So you cannot give prejudices to people before you meet them. I mean, I have changed a lot of my stereotypes about other people, other nations and other countries. Especially when you travel and talk to people, you change a lot from your opinions. In both sides, there are people who go to schools, who go to universities, who have their life, who's married, but still there is a gap between the two communities that we people should fill it. If we did not, we will just keep following what the leaders are saying and without thinking. This is why we have minds, in order to think before we speak and to listen to people. Time is never in our side, in both sides, I would say. It's time to take an action to stop all kinds of violence, to end the occupation, and to have peace between the two sides.